Welcome to my channel. My name is Avree, but you may call me ReeRee. Today I will be discussing how rebuilding has changed my life for the better. Most of you may already know by now that I have faced many difficulties due to living on family land and having family land feud, and because of that I have decided to start over. With starting over, there have been many challenges which I have expressed on my channel. But the good Lord never gives you more than you can bear, and I am grateful to say that, along with the challenges which I know are temporary, I have received many blessings along this journey as I rebuild. And to clarify why I say that these challenges are temporary, I mentioned before that my challenges are not really due to anything having to do with the build of the actual house. It's more because of I'm staying in my old house and I'm living close to people that I'm uncomfortable with, and I'm living there temporarily. I'm staying there temporarily while I build my house because that house is somewhat close to where my project is going on. The first blessing is food. Now, where I'm building my land is in a rural area that is known for farming, as the land is tremendously fertile. And my closest friend in the community is Redman, who I have mentioned before on this channel. He is a farmer and he's also been generously helping us with the house build. So Redman, who I mentioned, is my very good friend, along with some of Jermaine's friends, will from time to time bring us food like banana plantain, breadfruit, among other foods. In addition to this, we also have banana trees, plantain trees, yam on our own property as well. We have ackee trees, pear trees, pepper trees, which we share once we have in abundance, which we have in abundance many times, especially pepper and pear. Before coming to this place, these kinds of foods that I'm mentioning now, especially like the yam, the banana, the plantain, these foods, to me, in my opinion, I would consider them to be scarce, because these are things that I would have to purchase in the market, and I wouldn't have been purchasing them in this amount. I would be purchasing maybe like 2 pounds of yam, a hand of green banana, maybe 2 plantain, etc. When it is here, we have it in abundance, so we're eating these kinds of things constantly. Now, before we came here, our diet included mostly rice because it is more affordable. But here, our diet has a lot of hard foods. The reality is that ground provision and natural food is healthier than rice. So by moving here, our diet has significantly improved, making us healthy and strong, therefore better able to take on the task of building our house. Again, because this is a farming community, there are many workshops and meetings held in the community to educate and facilitate farming and farmers. And we were encouraged by community members to attend this meeting, which we did. By attending these meetings, we were able to get registered with RADA, which is the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, which has unlocked a world of knowledge and opportunities as regards to agriculture and farming. I have always been keen about growing my own food, and by being a part of this movement, I am witnessing my dreams being fulfilled. When I lived here the first time, sharing the house with my mother, honestly, I really wasn't truthfully interested in the actual farming or the actual physical work of farming, but I understood the importance of eating healthy and the importance of eating organic food. Now, after meeting my spouse, like I said, we moved to his family place, and there was an incident where I had several pepper suckers, tomato suckers, and more, about 40 or 60 of them, and they were all stolen by his uncle, who we share the property with. So he lives on the other side, we currently live on the other side, but I'm staying here. And these are the kind of evil things that would happen to me while I share the space down there. So it is fair to say that a lot of my dreams were not able to come to fruition because of the hold down spirit and just the wicked people that were there. Imagine something like food, peppers and tomatoes, being stolen. Now, he said he threw them away, could be true, or he sold them. Either way, I wasn't able to flourish the way I am flourishing here. Since living here, I planted so many pepper trees. Some of them I lost because of we cut a road. Some is still bearing. I have never had so much pepper in my life. I've had so much pepper to the point where pepper has got caught up in my clothes because one day I traveled with my little bag I bring to the farm and put the peppers in there. One was left in there and I put clothes in there and I bathed and put the clothes on and there it was, more pepper. So I welcome that because I love to have in abundance. Everyone loves to have in abundance, and so I'm able to have pepper to eat. I'm able to give away pepper to anybody. We have different varieties of pepper. I can plant and sow seeds unlimitedly, because there's a good amount of land. The most challenging part is that challenge I welcome is cleaning the land, and we have done that step by step. When we went to the land at the first time, the land was just pure woodland, big trees and bush and wasp. The first time I went on the property, one wasp bite me right on my left buttock, left buttock, and I guess that was my welcoming. And since then, we have cleaned so much, and I am happy that I have running water, so I don't have to worry about my plants not being able to survive because there's water. And the sky's the limit. I did not know that I had such passion for farming. Well, I knew I loved to plant, I knew that, but I did not know that I had so much passion in me up until I was around other farmers with the same interest. And farming is something that people are very concerned about now, because there are no farmers, there are literally no farmers, or just a few farmers that are under 40. And because Jermaine and I were under 35, they welcomed us with open arms and they were ready to assist us, which they have done non-stop. And it's just a wonderful feeling to know that instead of stealing my plants and hiding them or throwing them away or selling them behind my back, people are encouraging me to do the right thing, and we're getting good assistance. And I would advise any farmer to keep farming, because if there are no farmers, there will be no food. I wouldn't say that I never wanted to become a farmer. It's just that I thought it was difficult. But when you're around the right people and the right persons, you are able to learn and understand and take it step by step. The land that I own is not necessarily the biggest, but it is far from being small. By being a part of these groups, I am learning how I can make a sustainable living from earning money from my land via agriculture. Might it be poultry farming, which is what we term as raising chickens or raised chicken, roots and tubers, which are like yam and sweet potato, animal rearing, which is when you raise goats or pigs, and just much more. So there are many opportunities when you own land, and it's not hard to learn and it's not hard to get assistance, because like I said, this is a farming community. A lot of people here have done all the things I've mentioned: yam, planting, banana, goats, pigs, cows, all of those things. On the sidebar, raising chickens has always been a long time dream of mine since I was about 17 years old. And I actually started that dream over there on my spouse's family land property, and there's a full coop that I started to build there that could house 300 chickens, and we had to stop because of the ongoing challenges. And I know that the Lord sees my struggle, and I know that wicked people never prosper. And I'll be here to tell you the outcome of everything. But it is so good to know that I can rebuild and be hopeful and see things that I've always wanted to come to pass. Because, like I said, even when we planted a few pepper trees, we were worried about when they get ripe, because the neighbor had common foals, or I don't know if him still have them, and common foal will eat off your pepper. So it's a whole heap of crosses down there, so whole heap. So by coming here, I'm able to spread my wings and just plant. Plant, eat, and be happy and be unbothered. The icing on the cake for me is when I was introduced to an agricultural training program, which grants you a hard certificate after completion. And this training program is not no DBDB training program. The program is completely free. All you have to do is show up and be interested to learn. So this program is in partnership with WUS Caribbean, and WUS means World Universal Service Canada. It's in partnership with Canada itself, JAS, which is the Jamaica Agricultural Society, Heart Trust NTA, the 4-H Club Jamaica, and RADA, which RADA means Rural Agricultural Development Authority. And these entities have come together to create a free training program which says Building Agency Through Enhanced Capacity, and it is in Kingston and St. Andrew farmers and agro-processors. And agro-processing is basically like making a processed item from your natural food. So let's say you have peppers, you could make pepper jam. Let's say you have cassava, you make cassava flour. If you have plantain, you could make plantain tarts, etc. And that's what they're teaching you. Also, they cover topics like micro entrepreneurship, agriculture as a business, business development, gender and agriculture, effective communication and marketing, and the art of negotiation, or the art of negotiating. And like they say, they do provide coffee break and lunch and a good food, cause them get I'll correct out on them someday. So this is a big deal. And remember, you are being certified by Heart, and like I said, Heart is not no dibby nothing. Be mindful that a Heart certification is recognized in the CARICOM, the entire CARICOM, not just Jamaica. So the CARICOM is islands like Jamaica, Bahamas, Bermuda, Barbados, Antigua, and the whole nine. I'm sure you know the CARICOM members. And also the Commonwealth, which include Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand. So I'm not necessarily sure if this actual program that they're doing will be recognized by all these countries, but it is still good to be certified. It is still good to get your certification in something like this. It's free of cost. So I enjoy that because I've always wanted to do something like that. I always like to learn more. And with farming, I wouldn't say I'm 100% new to it, but there are different things that you can do to ensure that you are able to capitalize on your farm and earn sufficient money. Of course, if you're farming, you want to unlock all the potential marketplaces you can earn money from. Not just selling in a car, but you want to know if you can export. You want to know, you want to achieve, you want to be able to access different markets. So not just selling your car back, but you want to know if you could sell to a supermarket and all those lovely things. Like I said, I've always been interested to raise chicken. I may not be able to do it at the moment, but I want to know that when I do it, I understand what I'm doing and I have a market ready for me in able to earn efficiently and sustain myself. And so by coming to this place and being able to own land, I'm able to see that it's not just build house and done so and go look at work, nothing like that. But I could be an entrepreneur and I have landed in the right hands, in the RADA hands and in the other groups, and they are teaching me how you can profit from your land, because farming is necessary because everyone has to eat. If you eat piece of plant yesterday, is a farmer farm it. If you eat yam, it come from a farm. So I am so grateful about this. This is something that means a lot to me. This is something that I wish I could have been a part of for many years now. But when you're in the wrong place, you will not prosper. It's like a hold on spirit. And if you're in a place and you find that nothing is coming to pass, you should move. And when you move, you will realize that that is when progress starts to pick up. That's when you will see your true potential. That's when you'll be able to be the best version of yourself. And I can see how I am coming into myself by just being here. I have never witnessed or never went to a meeting or heard of a meeting in the community that I was living with my spouse. Never heard of anything like this. Maybe they're not a farming community, who knows? But this community is for me, and I'm grateful I am here, and I give God the thanks. Yes, when I was going through my trials and tribulations, I thought it was all over for me, but now I am understanding why some things, well, how I would term it is like things are for things happen. So maybe unless you go through certain things, you'll understand that that is not the right place to be. While attending the training program, I came across a few women and men, but mostly women, who are actually entrepreneurs already, and they make their own soap brands. One particular person focuses on vaginal soap. They're antibacterial soaps that you use for, the women parts. Another lady makes luxury soap in the form of cupcakes. They're not edible. You should not eat them. They're soaps. Women make their own honey, their own turmeric powder, busy powder. Busy powder is important, especially for me, because I have to drink busy tea now and then, because when we're here, especially when we're working in the bushes and doing farming or even building, there are lots of batlass, a different kind of batlass that swells us. So we drink the batlass tea to counteract the swelling and to counteract whatever it is in the batlass, and it really works. So Women, and this program too is particularly aimed at women, although there are men there and young people there as well. So I'm so happy that this fell into my lap. I'm so happy that I met these people, and it's the same community people that encouraged us, both me and Jermaine, to go to the meeting. By the time we went to our second meeting, we were encouraged to join RADA, and they came and they saw the property, and they were pleased with the fact that the water was there, and they were pleased with what we were doing, and we were encouraged. And so it's a big deal. And this is where I leave you for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell and leave your comments below.